It is Saturday night when my sister-in-law tells me to divorce my husband in front of his entire family. The Hale family dining room is all glass and marble. A long table set with crystal and cold roast beef. Everyone dressed like they are posing for a magazine.
You heard me, Nora. You need to leave my brother. Sign the papers and walk away while you still can.
Harper Hale sits at the head of the table like she owns the building. Blonde hair smooth. Lipstick perfect. Voice calm and deadly.
Harper, this is not the time.
It is exactly the time. Dad just announced the new trust, and we cannot have a liability sitting at this table.
The word liability hits harder than any slap. It hangs in the air while forks pause halfway to painted mouths.
What did I do, Harper, other than marry your brother and work 60 hours a week to help pay your family debts?
You did not listen. I told you to quit that job at Crestline Media. You stayed. Now the lawsuit has your name all over it.
My stomach twists the lawsuit. The one I just learned about yesterday when a process server handed me a thick envelope outside my office.
The company is getting sued, not me. I am just a project manager.
Sit down and listen. The plaintiff names you personally. You signed the campaign contracts. The lawyers already called Dad.
Across the table, Charles Hale swirls his wine. The billionaire father-in-law who once called me the reasonable one in this family now will not even look at me.
We cannot afford scandal right now. The board is nervous. The fund is watching every headline.
Exactly. Here is what will happen. Nora files for divorce quietly. We settle something modest. When the story breaks, we say she acted alone.
The room tilts. My fork clatters onto fine china. Suddenly I understand they are not just throwing me away. They are building a wall of my bones to protect themselves.
Harper, maybe we should slow down. Nora is not a criminal.
Grow up, Ryan. You signed half those authorizations. She could drag you down too. This is the cleanest way for everyone.
Everyone meaning everyone but me.
How long have your lawyers been preparing this little story about reckless Nora Blake?
Since the first complaint letter. You are not stupid. You had to feel the fire coming.
There is a buzzing in my ears, memories flipping fast. Harper urging me to sign off on extra ads. Ryan saying it would all be fine. The in-house counsel at Hale Capital who looked over our contracts as a favor.
You pushed those contracts at me. You said legal cleared them. You said it was safe.
We all thought it was. This is not some plot.
Intent does not matter to a reporter. They just need a face to put on the story. You are perfect, middle-class girl. Meteoric rise. Tragic fall. Clicks for days.
I feel every eye on me. Cousins, spouses. Even the housekeeper frozen with a tray by the door. Something inside me finally snaps.
I will not be your shield. If someone goes down for this, it will not be me alone.
Careful, Nora. Threats will not help you. You need our lawyers, our connections. We can keep you out of jail if you cooperate.
Jail. The word ricochets around the room. Ryan pales. His hand tightens around his glass until it squeaks.
So that is it. I take the fall. You hand me a tiny settlement. You keep the trust, the penthouse, the company, and you keep Ryan clean.
You married into this family knowing who we are. We protect our own. Sign the divorce. Accept the check. Disappear.
The mercy she describes feels like a knife wrapped in silk. I look at Ryan, my husband of 3 years, the man who once promised to choose me over his blood.
Is this what you want, Ryan? Do you want me gone so your family can sleep at night?
I want this to be over. I want you safe. This is the cleanest way. We can negotiate the terms.
He does not say stay. He does not say fight. He just talks about clean. Something cold settles under my ribs.
Fine. You want a villain? I can be one. I will sign nothing tonight. If you try to use me, I will burn every secret you have to the ground.
You do not have the power to touch us.
I smile, small and sharp, because she is wrong. They forgot who built the campaigns, who wrote the emails, who held all the logins and archived every message.
Watch me.
I push back my chair. The napkin falls to the floor. I walk out of the Hale penthouse, my heart in pieces, my fury finally awake. I leave the penthouse with nothing but my phone and a buzzing rage that keeps me warm in the elevator. When the doors open onto the lobby, the night manager Gavin looks up from his desk, his brows lifting when he sees my face.
Everything all right, Miss Blake?
Not even close, Gavin. Can I use the conference room for a minute? I need a place to breathe.
Of course, take your time. I will make sure no one interrupts.
Inside the tiny glass room, I lock the door and press my forehead against the cool window. The city spreads below in streaks of gold and red like a beating heart. I am finally hearing clearly. I pull out my phone and scroll to the contacts I never thought I would use. The names tied to favors, secrets, memories I kept clean for years, while the Hale family sharpened their knives behind my back.
Miles Hale, the only one in that family who ever told me the truth.
Miles is not blood. He is not even a Hale by choice. He married into them once, burned out fast, and walked away with a law degree and a temper sharp enough to cut steel.
I did not think I would call him again, but here I am, 2 seconds from being destroyed by people who once made me family.
Nora, it is late. What happened?
Your ex-sister-in-law tried to hand me a one-way ticket to ruin. Harper wants me to divorce Ryan. She wants to blame the Crestline lawsuit on me.
Of course she does. The Hales only know 2 strategies: deny and destroy. Where are you right now?
Lobby conference room. I walked out before I threw a plate at her face.
Stay there. I am 10 minutes away. Do not trust anyone who shows up before me.
True to his word, Miles arrives fast, tall, dark-haired, tie loosened like he sprinted out of a late meeting. He pushes open the glass door and scans me in one sweep.
Tell me everything. Start from the moment they opened their perfect little mouths.
I talk, shaking, furious, relieved, my voice breaking only once when I describe Ryan, saying this is the cleanest way.
He said clean. That is a Hale word for expendable.
So what now? Do I run? Do I hide? Do I let them bury me under their trust fund cashmere blankets?
No, you do none of that. You fight. You come with me. I have a plan, and you will not like how much power you have in it.
He leads me out into the night, the city wind cutting through my blouse, but my pulse warming my steps. Miles waves down a cab like he owns the sidewalk and opens the door for me.
You were not wrong. They pushed those contracts at you. They said legal cleared them. They used you as a firewall. Now we make the fire burn the right direction.
How? I do not have money. I do not have a lawyer. I do not even have a home that is not owned by the Hales.
You have me, and I have a strategy. Tonight you stay at my place. Tomorrow we build your defense, and the first step is flipping the narrative. They want you silent, so you go loud.
The cab races through Manhattan, neon slicing past the windows. My heartbeat syncing with the rhythm of something I have not felt in weeks. Hope mixed with fury, sharp enough to taste. Miles lives in a converted warehouse in Tribeca, all exposed brick and warm lamps. Nothing like the Hale penthouse where every surface gleams like it is terrified of fingerprints. When he unlocks the door, the scent of cedar and something clean drifts out. The kind of smell that makes you feel safe without trying.
Make yourself at home. You can have the guest room or the couch. The bed is better, but it feels like a dangerous offer tonight.
Guest room is fine. Thank you for doing this. You did not have to run out here and rescue me.
I did not rescue you. You walked out by yourself. I just gave you somewhere better to land.
He pours tea instead of whiskey. Another sign he knows. I am one wrong word away from collapsing. Steam curls between us while he studies me, like he is piecing together a broken code.
I need you to tell me everything about the lawsuit, the contracts, the emails, dates, meetings, what Harper and Ryan knew, what Crestline knew. Leave nothing out.
It started with the governor campaign. Crestline wanted data we did not have. Harper said Hale Capital could facilitate a source. Ryan signed off on the timeline, and I executed the approval flow. I thought everything was legitimate.
Crestline used unlicensed voter data. The Hales pretended they did not know. The plaintiff is going after whoever touched the paperwork right now. That is you.
I should have caught the red flags. I should have checked the source contracts. I should have questioned how quickly Harper found a data broker.
You were set up. The timeline is too convenient. The signature's too curated. I have seen this before. Your job was to push paper, not investigate their schemes.
His voice stays even, but his eyes flicker with something darker. Anger sharpened by experience. He presses a few buttons on his tablet, and a web of files lights the screen in blue.
Tomorrow morning you go public, but not with accusations. With clarity, you tell the truth. You show your documentation. We control the narrative before Harper leaks her version.
Harper will destroy me if I go public. She will use the trust fund lawyers. She will bury me under her contacts.
She cannot bury what is already burning. You have leverage. You have emails. You have timestamps tying actions to her and Ryan. If they push you, you push harder.
I breathe out slowly, fear settling under purpose. Miles watches me with a steady patience that feels almost foreign after years of dodging Hale family politics.
So we go loud. What does loud look like? A press statement? A lawyer letter? An interview?
All of it. You give a controlled leak to a journalist who owes me a favor. Then you post your statement on social channels and deliver the files to the regulators yourself.
Ryan will panic, Harper will snap, Charles will want to rewrite history before anyone prints a headline. They will come after me hard.
Let them try. You are not the same woman who sat at their table tonight. You finally know what they are and what you are capable of.
Something fragile inside me shifts. A tether snapping free, not healed but unbound. Miles reaches for the mug in my hands and replaces it with water, like he can read the storm forming behind my ribs.
Get some rest. We need you sharp tomorrow. The Hales will not know what hit them.
In the guest room, the sheets smell like detergent and cedar. The city hum filters through thin curtains. And for the first time since the lawsuit began, I fall asleep without rehearsing an apology in my head. Morning comes sharp and electric, sunlight slicing across the warehouse floor, like it is trying to wake the truth out of me. Miles is already dressed, jacket on, sleeves rolled, phone to his ear as he paces the kitchen.
Yes, send the files to both inboxes, timestamp them, do not touch the metadata. I need everything clean for the regulators.
He hangs up when he sees me, and the hard lawyer expression softens into something human. Something I did not know I needed until now.
Ready to make history, or at least ruin Harper Hale's morning?
Both sound great. What do we do first?
Miles outlines the plan while sliding me a protein bar. Step 1 is the leak. Step 2 is the statement. Step 3 is walking into the regulatory office. With the receipts the Hales odd I deleted.
Your job is to breathe. My job is to set the stage. Once the story flips, they cannot touch you without torching themselves.
He drives us downtown. The sky pale blue. The streets already humming. With every passing block my anxiety dissolves into something more focused, sharper. The version of me I used to like before the Hales turned me into their accessory. At the journalist's office, the air buzzes with fluorescent light and old coffee. A man named Theo meets us with a grin that says he loves chaos when it has paperwork to match.
So this is the woman turning the Hale Empire inside out. I have been waiting for this story since Harper cut off my segment last year. Stick to the facts, Theo. This is not revenge. This is clarity. Sure, clarity with a side of fireworks. Hand me the files and let me work my magic.
Theo reviews the documentation, eyes widening at the signatures, the timelines, the cross-references. He whistles low and leans back with a look of disbelief.
Harper is going to hate every second of this. I will have the article drafted within the hour. Send me the final draft before you publish. Nora's statement goes live. First the article follows. Regulators last. The order matters.
We head back to the sidewalk, and for a moment I feel the tremble in my hands return. The enormity of what I am doing threatens to swallow me. Miles notices before I can hide it.
Hey, look at me. You are doing the right thing. The truth does not need permission from the Hales to exist.
I nod, once, twice, 3 times, until my breath evens. We walk toward the government building, glass doors reflecting back 2 people who look nothing like victims. Inside the reception area, a young clerk greets us, her eyes flicking between our folders and my determined expression. She hands us a clipboard and directs us toward a waiting room filled with muted television screens, showing the morning news.
You can submit everything electronically once they call your number. It should not take long this morning.
We sit, knees almost touching, silence vibrating between us. It is not awkward or tense. It is the kind of quiet that gathers strength, the kind that holds you up when you used to fall alone. Then, the breaking news banner flashes on screen. Theo's article live earlier than expected. My name bold in red letters, my face beside it looking steadier than I feel.
We are in it now. No turning back.
Good. I do not want to turn back. I want to finish this.
When our number is called, I step forward and hand over the files myself, my fingers no longer shaking. The clerk's expression shifts from routine boredom to something like respect.
We will process this immediately. Expect follow-up requests for interviews. Thank you for cooperating, Miss Blake.
Back outside, Miles watches me with something new in his eyes. Something warm and proud. Before he can speak, his phone explodes with notifications, calls, messages, a storm brewing in real time.
Harper saw the article. She is calling everyone. This is going to get loud fast.
Let it get loud. I am done being the quiet one.
The fallout comes fast like a summer storm over the Hudson, sudden, loud, impossible to ignore. By Tuesday morning, the gala clips have gone viral. Talk shows replay Harper call me a lightning rod, while hosts raise their eyebrows at the irony. Regulators announce an inquiry into Hale Capital data practices. Crestline issues a statement supporting a full investigation. My inbox fills with messages from former colleagues saying they are sorry and also amazed. For the first time in weeks, my name trends with words like brave and whistleblower instead of reckless and greedy.
The narrative has shifted, but we finish this in court or at the negotiation table, not on social media. Are you ready for the next step?
I was born ready, or at least I am now.
We sit across from the Hales in a mediation room 3 weeks later. A beige box with bad art too small for the amount of money and pride inside it. Harper looks thinner, eyes sharper. Charles is gray around the edges. Ryan sits between them like a ghost who lost his script.
We are here to discuss a global resolution of all outstanding claims between the parties, including the divorce and any civil liability related to the data case.
Our position is simple. Nora Blake will accept a divorce on her terms, a public correction of the narrative, and appropriate compensation for the attempted scapegoating and emotional damage.
She humiliated this family in public. She cost us millions in valuation. And you want us to pay her.
You attempted to feed her to the wolves while hiding your own teeth. The documents speak for themselves. A trial would be far more expensive than any check you write today.
What exactly are you asking for?
Half of the marital assets, full ownership of the Queen's apartment, and additional settlement from Hale Capital for using my identity without consent, and a joint statement clearing my name.
Out of the question.
We can raise the number if you like. The regulators are very interested in your internal files. Discovery would give them even more to enjoy.
Silence stretches. The mediator clears his throat. The air hums with unspoken calculations.
Harper, Dad, this is not going away. The firm already put me on leave. The least we can do is make sure Nora walks away. Okay.
You are siding with her after what she did to us.
She did what you would have done if someone tried to bury you. You taught me that attack first. I just never thought I would be on the wrong side of it.
For a brief second, I see the boy Ryan might have been without this family, soft and kind. Then the image fades. I am done saving that version of him.
Fine, we agree to the financial terms, but the statement will be carefully worded. We will not admit fraud.
Carefully worded is fine, as long as it clearly states that Nora Blake did not authorize illegal data use and is not responsible for Crestline misconduct.
I will draft language for review. It seems we have a framework for agreement.
Papers are signed over the next hours, signatures piling up. The end of a marriage, and the beginning of something far more satisfying, my own freedom funded by the people who tried to break me. Outside the building, the sky is clear, the city loud and bright. Miles and I stand on the sidewalk, the agreement folder heavy in his hand.
Congratulations, Nora, you just pulled off a move most billionaires never see coming.
I did not do it alone. You were there every step, running numbers, hacking egos, translating legal into human.
That is my job, helping people crawl out from under powerful boots. Besides, you are good at being ruthless. You just needed a coach.
For a moment, we simply stand there, the rush of traffic around us, the future wide open in every direction. Then he shifts closer.
So what does a newly single, newly rich, newly infamous woman do with her life now?
She starts a consulting company that keeps agencies from being destroyed by people. Like the Hales, she builds something that belongs only to her. Maybe she also goes out for dinner with the man who helped her remember she can fight back.
I would be honored to be part of both those plans.
We end up at a tiny place in Queens with plastic chairs, and the best food I have tasted in months. I laugh until my cheeks hurt, the tension slowly draining from my shoulders. Miles tells me about other cases he has seen, other women who were almost erased by powerful families, and how he plans to keep building a different kind of practice. When he walks me back to my building, the night soft around us, he hesitates at the door.
You know, somewhere out there, Harper is screaming into a pillow that thought alone might keep me smiling for weeks.
It will keep me smiling for years.
We laugh, and when he leans in, I meet him halfway, the kiss tentative. Then sure, not a rescue, not a distraction, just two people choosing each other in the wreckage. Later that night, I stand at my window watching city lights, flicker my phone buzzing with messages about interviews, and offers my future wide and wild and mine. My sister-in-law once demanded I divorce my husband to save her empire. I did divorce him, but I saved myself instead. And now I am the one writing the story.
Thanks for watching. Follow for more romance stories.